Waking up to green, ain't no better feeling than that. Population got your bankroll fat. Went from digging in the crates to looking up the stats. Now bookies crashing now when the Degens stat. Degens united as one. Degens united as one. Degens united as one. Degens united to all rob the bookies. I'm a Degen, you a Degen, we some Degen. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, we some Degen, and we should be friends. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, you a Degen, we some Degen. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, we some Degen, and we should be friends.
We are live.
What's up, guys? Sorry, it's been a long time, holidays and stuff, but I'm busy. We're back, and it's a big slate, but I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it, man. I got some key plays to just go over, and a lot of pending news too. So just thought I would share some of our plays. What else we got today? Women's college basketball. Can share a couple leans on that. Do we have Aussie today?
You've been smashing that. I think there's Aussie later.
Well, they started giving us back to like giving us under options, and they're giving us mid-major schools again.
Wow. Why would they do such things?
I don't know, man.
Well, bonus.
I'll say this. Since we talked about it, we can just go do it real quick. I need to look into it more later, but Crooks should absolutely feast against Cincinnati. One of the worst defenses, especially in their conference, allowing almost 80 points a game. The total is 151, which is crazy high for women's college basketball. I think like the average is like 128, man. So 151, you don't see that often. They know Iowa State is going to lay it down on them. I think they're double-digit favorites, but not by too much. 26.5 is pretty high, but she's on a different level this year, even more so than the last 2 years, man. If you're not familiar with Miss Crooks, she is keg on legs.
She's fly.
But she gets it done, bro. She gets it done. You can't stop her, man. She's a free throw merch. I think she's 28.5 on Underdog. I wouldn't play it there. And it's a goblin on PrizePicks, but it's a slight reduction, man. It's like instead of 3x for 2-pick, it's 2.75x. So if you want to play her, she's a fun player to watch and track and cheer for. I would just do it on PrizePicks. I wouldn't fuck with a 28.5, even though she has a really good potential to drop 30 here. I think blowout's probably the only concern. But yeah, and at least it's at Cincinnati. Maybe it keeps it a little bit close longer. Another game was interesting. West Virginia versus Tech. Two good defenses going head to head. Two physical defenses. Could be a lot of fouls in this game. That's the only concern I have about taking unders here. But Texas Tech, man, they are top 3 defense in the nation. They're very athletic. So West Virginia, at times their offense can really struggle, and they really rely on their defense, and they like to score off of transition and like turnovers. Especially over the last 3 years since I've been betting West Virginia games. Gia Cook, I wish she was 14.5. I might consider under 13.5. Sydney Shaw, every time I take her under, she burns me with free throws. That's my only concern, man. She does get to the free throw line, and that's a pretty low line. But yeah, Texas Tech, really good defense. Wanted to point that out. I could see one of them going under potentially here. Another game would be the Ohio State-Illinois game. Should be really high scoring too. I think it's like a 148 total. I just need to look into the matchups some more. I have not been tracking Illinois at all. So, and then lastly, what I wanted to touch on is Oklahoma State, TCU. TCU is number 2 defense in the nation, right behind I think Minnesota. And yeah, they picked up Olivia Miles from Notre Dame, transfer. She's a really good defender, do it all kind of player, kind of like Draymond Green of women's college basketball. Yeah, Oklahoma State's gonna have a tough time here. I think TCU are like 11, 12-point favorites here. It's a pretty healthy total though. It's like 144, but yeah, I think TCU defense will make it hard on them. Micah Gray though has been balling, man. I'm not gonna mess with her, man. Yeah, she's been on one, and I want to say she's scored at least 20 points in her last 3 or 4 games. Oh no, yeah, she went 4 straight games with 20 plus points, and then had 14 against Baylor, and then 21. She's some very favorable matchups here. The Cincinnati we just talked about. She dropped 21 in just 31 minutes, blew them out. Tulsa, terrible defense. But Baylor, Oklahoma's not. They rely on their offense. Yeah, favorable matchups here, but 15.5. That's still scary. But I think her teammate Trimmer, I think you can definitely consider her. Her usage and shot volume not as high, fluctuates a lot.
Hallie
So I'd be down with
Timmer.
that. Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down with that, dude. How did she do last year versus TCU? Oh, so she's a transfer. Okay. Yeah, man. I think I can get down with that. And then I'll look into these other games, these late night games. Gabby Elliott's always interesting. Miss Destiny Hooks, she's another big girl. She just likes to shoot threes, though. Colorado State's usually a really good defense. Might have to look into her under there. Yeah, I mean, those would be slight leans on the unders. I want to look into Ohio State plays here. I always like Cambridge. And then Crooks. There you go. One of our Crooks. Addie Brown could be a good option too, man. She usually racks up the RA too. But I'm pretty sure this is a really good matchup for her. It sucks we don't have PRA yet. We usually get it towards the end of the season when they have more data. And she's not been doing anything though lately. It's a down year for her. Must be because of Jada Williams. Isn't Jada is a transfer? Wasn't she at Arizona? I didn't know she was there. Yeah, she was at Arizona. I bet on her a lot last year. Okay, she's really good for them. I didn't realize she was there because I just been betting on Crooks. I haven't touched Addie at all. So yeah, I would say off of Addie then. Crooks, man. Took her in that Iowa game, dropped 30, 41 against Kansas, 35 against Houston, 30, 47.
Damn, baller.
Look at the shot volume, man. It's like, what is that, like 5 straight games of almost 20 plus field goal attempts, and that's not even including the free throws. She's got to work on her free throw shooting in some of these games, though. Just need her to be efficient on the line. She's got to hope it stays close long enough, man. I mean, let's look at it in a blowout. In a blowout against NIU, she only played 19 minutes, still dropped 30 in just 19 minutes. But yeah, see, in blowouts, man, she'll play mid 20 minutes, so that's the only scary part. She have to be super efficient because, like, looks like if it's a blowout, probably 25 minutes max. I'd really like to feel good about it for her to get 30 plus. So,
wow, I didn't realize she's almost averaging 30 points.
She's almost like SGA, man, getting it done in limited time too.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's a beast, man. Okay. That's all I got for that. It's not the best slate. Yesterday was really good. Look at OBST, man. All right, let's go to NBA. I don't see the Aussie board up yet. I'll check it at put that in the stream. Okay. Let's check the news.
NBA 12 games, huh?
Look at all these questionable tags. There's so many teams on back-to-backs. All right, let's just quickly go through this. I think SGA was kind of a weird downgrade today. It's unlike him, but if he's out, definitely interested in AJ Mitchell PRA. So look out for that, especially in that matchup against the Jazz. I think LeBron sits on a back-to-back. He has yet to play a back-to-back this season, and he made a joke about it in his post-game interview, saying like, at his age, yeah, it's always in question whether he's going to play on a back-to-back. Wemby went off in limited time yesterday. I bet if LeBron sits, Wemby will sit too. Makes sense since he's been dealing with that injury. Cade was a midday downgrade. That's interesting. He ducked out the last time they played the Bulls too. So maybe he does it again in this matchup. And that would really open things up for that game and make it really nice for the Pistons, which I'll go into. Ja was rolled out early yesterday, which I assumed it was because he was going to sit on the front end and play on the back end of the back-to-back today. So I think he might play. Miller was a midday downgrade, not good for him. Draymond's dealing with injuries. Trey Murphy on a back-to-back definitely could sit here. Don't know about Kobe. And Kongwu was a midday downgrade too. And that's about it, man. And Embiid's going to play. Yeah. Okay.
Your homie Ace.
Yeah, no.
J. Cole's here.
What up, J. Cole? J. Cole? Okay. Let's start with Raptors Hornets. I got nothing for that game as of now. Yeah, I'm good on that. So let's go straight to my main interest here. Bulls Pistons. So we saw this matchup, like I was just saying, last time, and Duran was out, and Cade was out, and that's what we potentially could get again today. And Paul Reed went absolutely apeshit. That was mid-November. Yeah, Cade, Duran, and Tobias were out. Paul Reed dropped 28 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, almost 70 fantasy points. I mean, you can't ask for a better matchup, right? Bulls still dead last defense near the rim. They're horrible against pick and roll man defense, put back. That's all Paul Reed's bread and butter. He's really good at getting stocks, including steals. He can get 4 steals in this game too. Yeah, I always like attacking the front court of the Bulls, and that I think I'll get exposure to both him and Beef Stew. Both in really good matchups. Let's see, Beef Stew went off. He didn't play in that game that Paul Reed went off, so take that into consideration. And then, but he played in the first meeting with everyone playing, including Duran and Cade. Yeah, he dropped a double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds. And if you look at the DVP for power forwards, which would be his spot, 4th spot, over the last 15 games, Bulls give up the most points, second most rebounds, and the most fantasy to the power forward. So, I mean, Beef Stew, you gotta love him here in this matchup. I always like him for his stock potential. Because he can rack up. He had 4 blocks in that game, man. 4. Hey, he has such good block upside, man. The fantasy it's high at 31.5. I'd say I might just get exposure to both his PR and his fantasy. 31.5 though. I'll have to look at the on-off court stuff data later with once we get news on confirmation on Cade, whether he's playing or not. I'll have to look into that. And what's it? Man, did the spread move at all with the Cade news? Yeah, it went from 11.5 to 9.5. And I bet if Cade is officially rolled out, it could go down to 8.5. Yeah, I was thinking that I could consider his first half as well. What did he do in the first half against the Bulls last time? City versus Bulls. 18.8 fantasy. So it looks like he did most of his damage in the second half in that game. How much did they win by? They lost by 4. Okay, so they were playing from behind in that game too. Yeah, I have to think about that. But I just love the upside for both Beef Stew and Paul Reed here. Paul Reed fits the Pistons system really well, man. Like he's actually, if you look at his defensive rating, I was looking into it, and why he was getting so many steals and stocks when he gets the minutes. Like I said, he had 4 steals, 1 block, 5 total stocks in that game against the Bulls because he played 30 minutes. His defensive rating is like top 10 for front court players, so he's holding it down, man. I would even say he's probably a better defender than Duren because Duren's always struggled on switching and plays a lot of drop coverage and gets burned on back doors. So yeah, Paul Reed holds it down in the front court. The only thing with him is just he doesn't get the scoring is just not there, right? He just doesn't shoot much. A lot of it relies on putbacks, and broken plays. So that's the only problem. Or maybe consider Zari here. So it's 3 games. Yeah, 47 a.m. I don't know, man. Maybe I think just throw it all in one bucket and play the fantasy or the PRA with them for both him and well, for me Stu, I would just do the PR or fantasy, and then if Cade is out, I mean, we gotta like our homie Jenkins. Right? We always go to him when Cade's out, and looks like the bookies are holding out on his lines until we get the news. Or do we have lines for him? And I'm just missing it. I don't see it. Is he out? Too? No? He had, in that Bulls game with Cade and Duren out, he had 40 minutes, 18 points, 12 assists, man. Yeah, I would definitely like his assists upside here in this matchup, as well as the PRA and fantasy. But I don't see any props for him, at least on props madness. But it would make sense. Like they're not gonna put props out for him without the K news. I feel like. Yeah. So wait and see. Definitely like the assist upside. Just depends on the line. I imagine in this matchup, given his history versus his team, it'd probably be like 7.5. Because whenever K was out, we would get it at 6.5. But yeah, this matchup, it's too good. And yeah, I mean, Thompson, good matchup for him as well, but I don't mess with him at all. Duncan, it's probable. Yeah, I don't fuck with him. That's it, man. Jenkins, and then the front court of the Pistons. I'm all about it today. And if Ayo's here, I'm sure he would be down too. Ayo, if you're here, tell us who you like the most.
I was just about to say, where the heck is Ayo?
Need that Pistons input. Okay. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite stacks. Depending on the news. I mean, even if let's say Cade ends up playing, I would probably just get off Jenkins, and I would still consider beef stew and Paul Reed props, but wait on the news because if you take props now, like some of this could be baked in to the lines, like potentially with Cade out. So Paul Reed last night opened at 21.5 PRA, and since that downgrade on Cade, he went to 23.5 PRA, went up 2. So I would just wait for the Cade confirmation because I doubt it would move up that much if he's ruled out. I would stay around that. But if he's ruled in, it probably would lower both their lines a tad. So you probably get a little bit better value if you just wait on the news. So okay, what was the other game? What was the other game of interest? Wizards Sixers, man. Always like attacking the Wizards, although the Magic starters played like absolute shit against them yesterday, and the backups actually played better. But I mean, the Wizards give up everything. Still terrible defense, and they're on a back-to-back, coming off that win against the Magic. Feels like a total letdown. Get smashed here. Embiid, perfect spot for him. When he played him last time, he was on heavy minute limit. Played 23 minutes, 25 points. He's crushed them all the time. Yeah. So, I mean, Embiid, only thing you have to worry about here is blowout. What's the spread? 14.5, guys. Wow. Yeah. Might have to consider first half here, but the only problem with that is that the Sixers are fully healthy. If you get someone catch fire, black hole like Maxey, VJ, Paul George, etc., and all competing for usage in that first half. I mean, Embiid's still 13.5, so I mean, yeah, it's a good spot for all these guys, right? VJ, great spot for him.
VJ's been hitting threes, surprisingly.
He's been balling. He's been balling.
Yeah.
What did he have last time against?
You absolutely murdered Euro, bro. Crux 13, Spags 14 and 4, and the total's easy under 2.
Hell yeah. Yeah, look at this metrics. I mean, most points coming from the 3 ball. The Wizards terrible against that. Catch and shoot, awful against. Terrible defending the rim. Yeah, it's a really good spot for him. Again, he's just competing with a lot of ball dominant guys on the team, and he's a rookie. I don't know if I want to rely on that at all, but just mentioning that he is in a good spot. But if I had to rank order, I would say Embiid, Maxey, VJ. I'm not going to mess with Podcast P at all. But, yeah, man. I mean, can never go wrong against the Wizards. And look, Maxey just destroys them. What's Maxey's first half fantasy? Yeah, it's so high, dude. But he gets it done, dude. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to split it up like that. If you're worried about blowout, but the Sixers, historically, like always when they're big time favorites, never blow teams out that they should. Historically, but I mean, the Wizards are coming off a hard-fought win against the Magic on a back-to-back, and the Sixers are fresh, so and at home. On paper, makes sense for a blowout. So if you're worried about it, maybe split it up like this and beat first half points in one, max first half fantasy in the other. If you don't have first half access, then I would probably alt some of their lines to prevent blowout. Because CJ McCollum was ruled out. I imagine he's probably getting put in a trade package for Trae Young here soon. And he's on a back-to-back too. But yeah, being on a back-to-back even more so to protect him, rest him here. If they're potentially trying to trade him because they're trying to get rid of that contract. I mean, that opens up a lot of usage for the Wizards. So I mean, I would if you want to stack it. I mean, I would consider Kalabali or Star first half fantasy here. I just hate playing guys on a back to back, especially bigs like Star. They could trim down his minutes a little bit here. Play a little less in the first half. So Kalabali though, I mean, he's like his first half fantasy is usually pretty solid, especially when main guys are out. The CJ dominates usage, man. So let's just look at it quickly. I want to see how both of them do versus. Wow. So that game in end of October, Sarv dropped 35 fantasy in the first half against Embiid. It's a good stock upside, both steals and blocks versus Embiid because how active Embiid is, and Embiid will turn it over, get blocked. Okay, you can consider it, man, but it's just again, it's the blowout, or it's the back-to-back concern. His line is usually fluctuates between 17.5 and 18.5. I think it's 19.5 because McCollum is out. And then let's just check Colorado. Because another big thing for Bilal is that Kaishan George is out too, so that's huge. Because Kaishan ate up a lot of usage too, and RA. So he cleared it in that game in December. I mean, he got 14 fantasy. He cleared it by he only scored 2 points. And Kaishan George and McCollum played in that game. No Sar though. Yeah. Okay. I think it's definitely an option, man. That's his normal line too. The 13.5 fantasy. This didn't really get bumped for the McCollum being out either. Looks like Sar got the biggest bump on that. That's all I got for that game, man. Pelicans Hawks. Need to wait on the Trey Murphy news, Herb Jones news, and a Kongwu. We saw this matchup. Hammered Porzingis in this matchup. It's a perfect matchup for him, but he's like barely playing, coming off the bench. But last time when he played him, he started and just torched him, 30 points. Can't do that now, man. He's barely playing. This one dude I'm gonna mention, I'm not gonna play it because I just have personal resentment against him. I don't like him. I don't like his brother Dash either in NBL, but Dyson. You know, he was drafted by the Pelicans, played for them. So a little bit extra motivation there, and then if Kongu's out too, that frees up usage, and obviously Trae Young remaining out. Yeah, I mean, if you want to consider the PRA here, because he should rack up assists. Should rack up assists here in this matchup for sure. What did he do last matchup? Oh, well, Conway didn't play in that game either, or Trae Young, so it's pretty much exactly the same. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. I just can't play him, man. I can't do it. But, yeah. And they're on a back-to-back, too. Both these teams. So that game could get weird, man. I'm going to stay away. But I just had to mention that. I think it'll be interesting if a Conway is out. Magic Nets. What a disgusting game. How bad are the Magic, bro? How bad are the Magic? How bad is Tyus Jones? How do you just fall off the way he has? Bro, honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but I would take the – I would I know it's Brooklyn, terrible defense, but the way they play defense, it's really bad matchup for him. See how he did against them before. Yeah, look, the Nets really focus on shutting down the pick and roll ball handler. Number one against that. They do give up spot up shooting, so that's the only concern. But they usually try to limit the 3-point shooting and pull up shooting. He played 13 minutes, had 0 points. It's about right, man. This guy is just doing nothing, guys. I mean, he's playing 14, 18 minutes. And he's taking about 2 shots. What the?
Loser.
The only problem, man, is like everyone's out, right, for the Magic. I mean, he played 28 minutes yesterday. But I think that's just because, like, I want to say that's because how bad Anthony Black, the starters, were playing, and they went with especially in the second half and in the fourth quarter, they went with the second unit. Yeah, Tyus played the entire fourth quarter. Okay, so that's not normal at all. And that's where he got all those minutes from. Let's see. In their last game, he played 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. That's more like it. Yeah, man. I expect like 16, 18 minutes here. Because this game is exactly the lineup we should have today, right? There's no Thugs, no Franz. Yeah. 14 minutes. I think I'm gonna personally take a stab on it. If you're an Underdog, I think he'd be a good alt under, but I bet they don't allow it for guys like him at such a low line and how trash he is. But I don't even see him. Oh, here he is. Yeah, they don't allow alts. Unders for him, which really sucks. Okay.
Can hot streak him, but
Yeah, there you go. It's a good option. Dude, he's literally doing nothing.
just points or PRA. And they all correlate too, I've noticed. So if they don't offer it on Underdog, the odds are pretty shitty when you start alting on hot streak. So you probably can only go a couple points down. But still, if it's worth it. I'll tell you what it is real quick. Let's see. Tyus Jones, 5.5. You can go to 7.5. It's playable at 7.5 if you add another play. If it's worth it. I don't know if that one bucket's worth it. Or you can go to 13.5 PRA.
13.5 PRA?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's worth it. Yeah.
Is that better than 7.5 points?
I think so.
Okay. I have it in my queue.
It's not really value or anything like that. It's just like the matchup is not good for him, and he should only play 14, 18 minutes. And mid-November, he played against them 13 minutes, took 2 shots, 0-2. How much PRA? He had 1 rebound, 2 assists. Yeah, he's bad, man. Bad. I'm done with the Magic, though, man. For real. Disgusting. Net side. I mean, Magic's defense is horrible, right? All season we attack him with backcourt guard, especially point guard, scoring guards. And that makes me like our homie Cam Thomas. Now, I know he's on minute limit since coming back. This is what his... Gosh, I mean, this is going to be his 5th game since coming back from injury. When are they going to release that minute restriction? But he's still getting it done in limited time with scoring, man. And this is a perfect matchup for him because what do the Magic struggle the most against? Pull-up shooting, and that's why Brunson cooked him every single time he played him, because Brunson, all his scoring, just like Cam Thomas, comes up from pull-up shooting. not spot up shooting. Dribble ISO, yeah, pull up. So I'll probably ult him down just because of the minute limit. I mean, if you look at the games since coming back from injury, yeah, I would say anywhere from 11.5 to 14.5, or 11.5 to 13.5. I feel like a pretty good ult here. Yeah, Clowney's a spot up shooter, catch and shoot. Magic are usually pretty good against that, so it's really just Cam that is the pull up shooter on the Nets. So yeah, I like the ult points for Cam here in this matchup at home, catching Magic on a back to back. Even though the starters didn't play that many minutes, like only 25 minutes, because they sat the entire fourth quarter. Suns Grizz, we got a ton of Grizzly news, so nothing we can say about that. Or choose anything out of the Grizzly side. And Suns, villain revenge game. I feel like every game he's in is a revenge game, even though he hasn't played for that many teams. But he is returning back to Memphis, for what it's worth. And last time he played in Memphis was about a year ago from now, and dropped 22 points. But I'm good on the Suns, man. I think I would point out that Mark Williams is in a good spot. And good matchup here with Edie remaining out. Head to head. Dropped 20 points. The rebounding should be there. Memphis is getting killed on the glass right now. But his rebounding can be really weird, man. So it can be so up and down. Maybe the PR, if you want to risk it, but he's only going to play low 20 minutes, man. But yeah, I'm good on the Suns, probably for the rest of the year.
Timothy's here, Josh.
What's up?
He says, I see... Timothy's here. He says, I see a lot of Wizards are out. How do you feel about Trey Johnson fantasy?
I thought about it. I mean, yeah, Sixers are below average defense, right? I mean, they're definitely attackable. Yeah, I mean, because he's the youngest. I mean, you're right, he's a rookie, like, on a back-to-back, won't affect him. I mean, Sarr is still really young, too, but he's a big, and bigs on back-to-back, I just try to stay away from. Even though it's a good matchup for him here, he has good history. Yeah, I would say Trey and Kalabali are of interest. Because if you take out, so he has yet to play this season below without Column. Okay. But see, yeah, you take out Kaishan George, like Kalabali's RA is pretty solid. So maybe it's just straight up RA, man. If you wanted to stack it, Timothy asked about the Wizards guys being out. I mean, I would say like Kalabali's fantasy, depending on if you're like on the fantasy sites, his fantasy score or his RA, and you could pair that with I would just do Trey Johnson's points, honestly, man. So they have not played with CJ out yet, because CJ is, yeah, he dominates the usage big time. So this will be the first time we see this. So I don't have any data to go off of. Yeah, I went to Trey Johnson points, Kalabali, RA, or fantasy. Makes total sense here. Why is the RA only 7.5? Given the data, it's Middleton now. I know Middleton tends to not do much when he does play, but sometimes he does eat into PRA for sure. Definitely Kaishan George. Yeah, man, I don't know. Feels like a good fantasy spot for call ball here. Okay. What's Maxi's steal prop here? Do we have it at, is it 0.5? 1.5. Wow, heavy juice on the over. Maxi's really good at getting steals, man, and I feel like with all these young guys on the Wizards doing so much ball handling with CJ out, I feel like there's going to be turnovers to be had and steals to be had, but that's not worth it, man. A stock prop that juice at 1.5 for just steals. He had 4 last time he played them. Okay, yeah, I get it. Where were we? Jazz Thunder. Yeah, we need the SGA news, obviously. We saw this matchup without SGA, correct? Yeah. So is he gonna? So he's probably gonna duck again. Some players just like to duck certain teams, man. Yeah. So I bet he's gonna be out. I remember this game. We took J Dub's first half fantasy, and he crushed it. What is it today? They're probably not giving it to us. Oh, they are. 21.5. Sheesh. I think the last time when SGA was out, it was at 20.5. I want to say. That's too high. I mean, he'll probably get it. I mean, he did last time. Against Jazz with SGA out, but he's just not playing that well this year since coming back from that injury. I feel like it doesn't seem like the normal J-Dub we're used to. He had 28 fantasy in that game, the first half. What did Chet have? 31. I mean, Chet's. I mean, he's in a great spot too. I mean, Jazz are just getting destroyed by bigs. Even though Chet's in like a traditional big, down low in the low block, likes to be a stretch big, shoot up from outside, but he can still bang around down low. And yeah, Jazz are getting destroyed. I want to say they're giving up the most points. Yeah, second most points over the last 15 games of centers. Atlanta. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Chet. I can get down with this first half fantasy. I mean, they'll definitely bump by 1 or 2 if SGA is rolled out. And then obviously the next logical thing to do would be take AJ Mitchell with SGA out, which I did last time in that same game, and AJ decided to do straight cardio. It was the weirdest thing, man. I didn't get it. They don't even have his lines yet. But here, I'll just try to find it. Show what he did. 7 points, and he played it almost 30 minutes and had 7 points. 2 rebounds, 4 assists. And we're talking about the Jazz here, guys. We're talking about the worst, by far the worst defense in the league. Dead last in defensive rating. Give up the most assists, the most catch and shoot threes, most open threes too. I was looking at the data. Like, if you look at most wide open threes, and this is like with defenders being more than 6 feet in proximity to the shooter. So they're leaving him wide open, and it's the Pelicans and Jazz as of right now. That's why they give up so many assists and so many threes. I wish Isaiah Joe was playing, because he would be the guy. Is he gonna play? I just haven't seen any props for him. I don't know if they were just waiting on the SGA news, but I didn't see it last night. Any props for him last night either. But yeah, 3-point shooters. That's how you want to attack. Catch and shoot, 3-point shooting. They're dead last against catch and shoot. Second to last against spot up shooting, man. Give up the most threes. Yeah. Other than that, there's really not. I mean, like Dort. I mean, that's all. Dort will just take threes, but I don't want to rely on his 3-point shooting. Chet, occasional threes. Jada doesn't really shoot threes, and it would be SGA, but he's probably gonna sit. So, yeah, really, man, it's just Isaiah Joe, Chet, and AJ sprinkled in somewhat from the 3-wall, but okay. Yeah, I'm kind of scarred by AJ Mitchell from last time, so I'll probably stay away, but he'll probably do his normal thing and pop off today against the Jazz like he should have done last time with SGA out. But probably good on that game for the most part, except if I want to consider first half fantasy for some of the Thunder guys like Chet, like I said. Lakers Spurs, and then I think I almost covered all the stuff I was on. Yeah, pretty much it. I don't know. Watching that Cup game where Castle just absolutely torched. Was it the Cup game? It was the Cup game, right? It was the Cup tournament. Was it the quarterfinals? I think so, around that time. And Lakers had absolutely no answer for Castle, man, like whatsoever. Dropped 30 points, getting to the basket at ease, and I really think it's. I mean, the Lakers' defense is just so bad right now because Luka, which is well known, does not play defense at all, and LeBron at his age can only ramp up his defense for a short period of time, not the whole game, and he's probably going to sit on the back-to-back. Yeah, their defense is just really bad, man. It's really bad, and they can't keep up with these athletic guys like Castle, like Trey Murphy last night. So I like Castle again today, guys, and I think especially Wemby sits out on the back-to-back. Fox is always a Lakers killer, but he's fine with just chilling lately. But watch me, he bounced back tonight for sure. Since he took the night off last night, basically. And he always loves playing the Lakers, but that's usually when LeBron is playing. Just schematically on paper, Castle has the best matchup here, man. I mean, I don't know how many times he drove to the basket at ease against them in that recent game. Yeah, I'm cool with the 17.5. Some books it's 18.5. I'm cool. Yeah, I mean, I feel better about the 17.5 if Wemby was out. So, but it'll probably bump up more if Wemby's ruled out and you wait till it gets to that news. So, if you want to take it before the news, I might alt it down to 14.5 just in case Fox goes black hole or something like that. 14.5 feels pretty good, man, this season. And that's just because if you want to take it before the Wemby news to beat any potential bumps. Yeah, I like Castle a lot today. And then if Wemby's out, you can also consider Keldon PR rebounds too. Whenever Wemby's out, he crushes his rebound line. Even though the Lakers, they're not the best rebound matchup, he did have 8 against them in just 22 minutes last time with Wemby out. He went off in that game too, remember? Yeah. 17 points, 8 rebounds. His PR, like, if you to get to 15.5 is like always really solid whenever Wemby's out, man. Just wanted to call that out. So, but I would still rank it Castle, Fox, and then Keldon PR. And Lakers, I'm not gonna mess with anything here for them, man. I feel about 8 and unders. Maybe. Rockets Blazers. I got nothing for this game, guys. Blazers been getting killed in the front court too. But I would say Blazers. I watched them against the Jazz last game, and lately they've really been shutting down or working really hard to stop spot up shooting. So that would be guys like Reed Shepard. Yeah, now they're like top 3 in 3-point defense and top 5 in spot up shooting. That's what they really focus on. And as a result, they're getting killed inside, man. Everything's funneling into the interior. Yeah, so I want to take Reed's under here. But I just worry that if the Blazers sell out to stop KD on the perimeter, Reed gets a lot of open looks here. Let's see, last time he played him, he dropped 13 points in 26 minutes. Yeah, do I want to rely on the Blazers defense, even though they're like trying to shut down the perimeter? No, I don't want to rely on the Blazers defense. Right. So I'll probably leave him alone. Steven Adams. I mean, if he plays 31 minutes again, guys, against the Blazers, like, you gotta like his opportunity to get 4 buckets here. Yeah, the Blazers are getting killed, like I said, inside. Top, 15 points allowed to centers over the last 15? Yeah, they've been like top 5 all season. Like, Cleveland's a good defender. Like, it has block upside, but he gets burned too. He's just young and gets burned on switching too. Maybe. That would be the only lean I have. But yeah, look at all these guys similar to Steven Adams. 10 out of 15. Nurk just dropped 21 on him. Cornette dropped 23. That's fucking crazy, man. If Cornette drops 23 points, nah, that's wild, man. Yeah. It'd be a low line sweat. Maybe, what's his first half? That could be interesting. Is he playing a little bit more? Two buckets, man. I would say the PRA or the PRA of the first half points, man. Did he play him this year? In just 18 minutes, he had 5 points and 11 rebounds. So if we project him for probably like what? If we're conservative, because last game he played 31 minutes, but it's a close game, down to the buzzer beater shot by KD to win it. So if we take him down to like 25, I think that's pretty conservative. Just in case there's a blowout. Let's do 24, 26. I think PR would be the way if you want to mess with them, man. Okay. Yeah. You get Clint off the bench, old man Clint. Bucks Warriors. I got nothing, man. I'm a Warriors fan, and I just will occasionally bet Steph in the right spots when I feel good about him. But I just suggest staying away from them as a whole in terms of betting on them. You don't know what kind of defense is going to show up night to night. Yeah, there's some Mets right now, man. Their games are nasty. And the Bucks are fully healthy. You got Ryan Rollins' revenge game here, back in the Bay. Because he played He was on the Warriors and they let him go, man, and they regret that for sure, right? He was on the Santa Cruz Warriors, their G League team for a while too. And they just let him go. I think he popped off last time we played him in Milwaukee this year. What did he have? But I'm pretty sure Giannis was out. Yeah, he dropped 32 points. That was in Milwaukee. Yeah, he definitely made it known that they fucked up. But yeah, no Giannis in that game. And no KPJ. Maybe he got all his revenge out that night. So, but I just wanted to call that out. He's definitely got some extra motivation here. The Warriors do sell out to stop the pick and roll ball handlers, so not the best spot for him. That's it, man. That is it. I got yeah, I think I covered every game, right? Well, I skipped the Raptors game. I didn't have anything for that, but let me see. Oh, Nuggets Celtics. There's pending news on that, so I'll wait. Hold off on that. Let's check the news real quick, and we'll get out of here. I can't see the screen. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You can't see it?
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Draymond's probable, and Spencer Jones is not probable. So nothing new. So recap, I got do it like this. First half, beat points, and Maxi first half fantasy, separate slips, of course, and then this is for PrizePicks. And then I like front court of the Pistons, right?
Big Two says Maripan Bang. Actually, he says Maripan, whoever that is, right? Euro League, Euro Cup, Maripan.
Peter Pan.
I don't know. Maripan. Maripan.
Oh, is that the soccer DZ soccer play?
Oh yeah, it is. It is. He said Big DZ Bang. There we go.
Oh yeah. Used to PR, that's fantasy, and read PRA/fantasy. Okay. Like Cam Thomas, I'm just recapping what we went over because we went through it pretty quick for a big slate. Cam Thomas, I like him at 11.5 to 13.5 points because he's on a minute restriction. Probably played 21 to 23 minutes. Embiid, first half, 13 points. And I'm going to say 21.5 alt point if you want to protect against blowout. And then Maxi, the exposure to him. I like his fantasy upside because, like we talked about, he has a lot of steal upside going against these young players on a rookie like Trey, who's going to be doing a lot of ball handling. And speaking of him, and then for the Wizards, Trey points and Kalabali fantasy/RA. I like his first half fantasy, and then
Beef
what
stew.
else? Am I missing? What am I missing? Castle. I like Castle. Especially if Wemby's rolled out. Castle at 14.5 points. And then
I like Castle too. I don't like White Castle though. Have you ever had that? Oh my goodness.
oh yeah. It just goes right through you. Slides
Oh.
right through.
Yes, it does.
Oh, Jenkins. Jenkins. If assist and PA if Kate is out. There we go. I'm glad I did this because I would have forgotten all this shit, man, that we went over.
Perfect. Screenshot it.
Court.
Screenshot it. Make some money.
Yeah, just be careful of the back to back today, guys. It would suck, man. Like, guys play weird rotations, play less minutes than normal, because of these back to backs, right? I think it was 24 and a half, I want to say, from last week. And then yeah, FSGA is out. OKC first half. All right, guys. I'm going to see if the Aussie board's on here, and it is not. I'll look out for it later today, and then tomorrow. Let's see on my schedule. But is there a Euro slate tomorrow? I think
There's a few games. Yeah, I think 4.
1, 2, 3, 4 games. Start one. There's one island game starts super early, like our time, 8 a.m. our time. So fuck that. Not interested in that. Okay. Yeah, this Monaco Valencia game should be good, and the MTA Real Madrid. Okay.
We love MTA.
Yeah, and those two are the last 2 games of the slate. So maybe we try to stream a little bit before then.
Yeah, I'm with
like
it.
11 a.m.
I'm with it.
All right.
Compazzo?
God.
That's guards versus MTA. I know you're going to say it.
I know.
You're going to take
He went off
Theo
last game,
instead.
too.
Yeah?
But Theo has been so up and down.
Yeah. Compazzo came through for us last time.
He did. I did skip a game, guys. I skipped the Clippers and Knicks, but for good reason. I don't like playing any of these teams unless it's unders. If you believe in Cat being a yo-yo, today is the yo-yo up day. On paper, terrible matchup. But he is the new yo-yo, man. 22, 2, 40, 11, 36, 12, 20. What's going to be today? Because, last game, he had 23 and 6 last game, so, 25 today? I don't fuck with Cat, though, man. But it's just funny how he's a yo-yo now. Probably just random correlation, though. Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm going to pretend that game doesn't even exist, guys. I'm so good on that game. Zubac's doing absolutely nothing.
What happened?
Oh, he's dealing with injury. I don't know. I think they're trading him too, man. I think his morale is down because he's been involved in a lot of trade rumors and stuff. So I think the Pacers and other teams that need front court are trying to fight for him and get him. But we'll see. All right, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Good luck. Underrated. Got anything?
All right. No. I have a little under maybe we can combine with some NBA stuff later, depending on
Okay.
what you find a little bit later.
Sounds
Might
good,
be
man.
cool. Alrighty, well, it's been grand. We're coming back at 11 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right then.
All right, guys. Good luck. Peace.